Hello everyone, this is Donna and today I want to talk about QA World, helpful tips and tricks. Hello everyone, so this is me again and this is like a part 2 of the vlog that I did last week. So I have also talked about QA World last week and I've just told you there that I just recently got hired as an analyst for QA World, so I haven't been with them for a month and I'm also just a newbie. So I just want to share with you some helpful tips and tricks that I have learned. I don't know if it's going to be helpful, but I just want to share what I know, okay? So when you get hired in QA World, they will actually invite you to their platform and they will also invite you to their chat platform, which is Slack. So in Slack, you can actually get in touch with the people in charge if ever that you're having problems with their platform or things like that, or if you're having problems with your QA rating, then you can ask them questions, yeah? So guys, I don't know if you've encountered this already, but if you're a newbie like me, I'm sure you have, especially now that it's a holiday. Have you guys encountered there are no calls to be edited or there are no calls right now, so please come back, something like that, yeah? Okay, if you encounter problems or if you encounter that, there is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with your platform, with the system, or anything like that. It simply means there are no calls to be edited. Mind you, there's a lot of us in QA World, yeah? So, us being a newbie, we can only see 50% of the audio calls. I don't know if you've noticed this in your profile, but you can see at the right side corner that you are a bronze level. Bronze level, because in QA World there are tiers. So there's gold, silver, and bronze. So we're bronze because we're just newbies. So bronze level get 50% off the audio calls only. If you want to see more audio calls, if you want to evaluate more calls in the future, then you should aspire to get to the silver level. Silver level gets 70% of the audio calls. Gold level gets 100% of the audio calls. So to be able to reach that level, you must have 5 rating of at least 20 to get to the second tier, which is silver. Yeah? So right now, that's what I want to reach. I want to reach the silver level, so at least I can see more calls, evaluate more calls, or transcribe more calls, yeah? So I just want to let you know there is nothing wrong with your platform. So if you encounter that there are no calls, it simply means there are no calls. So aside from that, I'm sure you have encountered this as well. Error 401, you are not authorized. If you see that, there is nothing wrong in your system again, okay? So calm down. There is nothing wrong. It simply means that someone already took that call, yeah? So again, there's a lot of us analysts in QA World. So someone must have already clicked on that call when you clicked on it. So you just refresh your page and see through the calls again. And if you encounter that there are no calls, then just calm down. It simply means there are no calls. So usually if I actually see that there are no calls, what I would do is I would still run through the FAQs, because sometimes even if I have read it, I still forget some things, yeah? So I still go through with it, and then I actually read the questions posted in Slack. So general query in Slack, there are a lot of analysts there posting a lot of questions for the officers in charge. So I would just read through the questions and I would read through the answers. So some are very useful actually, because some I also am not aware of, or maybe I have I'm not very sure if my answer is correct, so I would see the answers there without even posting my own question. I would just read through them. I mean, if there are not much calls, it's better to familiarize yourself with the FAQs and also our platform, which is Slack. Yeah, so that is another tip. And aside from that, I think I have mentioned this the last time. Overconfidence doesn't really help you here, because if you don't have any transcribing experience, or because for myself, I have a kid, I have a toddler who is always roaming, running around, so I don't want to actually get distracted. Yeah, so I would choose to get short calls. I would choose to get short calls so that I can focus and then finish it quickly. Yeah, but for you, if you have a different circumstance than me, then you can opt to choose long calls. But if you're just starting out, I would advise you to pick short calls. Yeah, my longest, last week when I just joined, I did transcribe a long call, which I failed. So recently, I've been choosing short calls. The longest call that I have evaluated, aside from that first time, is an 8-minute call. Yeah, that's the longest, and I got a 3 rating for that. So better than 2. I passed, but I'm not very happy about my rating. But that's fine. And also that, guys, I know that you get frustrated when you get a 3 rating, especially if you are aspiring for your rating to be higher than 3. So everyone gets frustrated. I get frustrated when I get a rating of 3, right? Especially if you really put your heart, your soul into transcribing those calls. You put your best effort. So of course, yeah, you will get frustrated, yeah? But trust the people who are in charge, okay? Because they are trusting us to transcribe the audio calls too. It's not very nice to always doubt people. Yeah, especially if you really don't have any basis. Because I personally am not very confident with my punctuations, yeah? That's my weakness. Sometimes I often use it even if I don't have to, or sometimes, how to say this, I overuse it and I underuse punctuations, yeah? So that's why every time that I get a 5, I am very proud that I got a 5. But I personally am not very good at punctuations. So that is something that I have to overcome. We are not perfect here. So let's not be frustrated all the time to our officers in charge, because as a newbie, I saw a lot of people who gets frustrated in our chat room, in the general query Slack chat room. They get frustrated with the officer in charge, and they would say they're rude, blah, blah, blah. Dude, you and I are both human beings. They are also human beings. And they answer a lot of questions from a lot of us. And some of those questions are already in the FAQs, and I'm sure they're getting annoyed because the answer is already in the FAQs, yeah? So let's give them a break because they need it. They need that, really. And what else? Now that it's a holiday, there are not much calls to evaluate. Hopefully, we get more calls after the holidays. So far, my recent quality rating has gone down because now I'm getting a lot of 3 and 4s. So before it was around 4.1, and now I'm down to 3.9 recent quality rating. I mean, it's still above 3, but I wanted it to be higher. That's just me. So those are my tips and tricks. Tips and tricks is read the FAQs, read the question posted in Slack, and then don't panic when you see error 401, you are not authorized, and also don't panic when you see that there are no calls, because really there are no calls. If you want to overcome that, then go to a higher tier, silver or gold, yeah? So I'm just a newbie in QA world as well. I am not an expert in QA world, but I am very excited to be a part of QA world. And if you are from QA world like myself, please leave a comment below. Maybe you have something that you want to share with me, because like you, I'm just a newbie, or maybe you're a veteran. So please do leave a comment, okay? So I hope you like this short video, and I'm sorry if I'm babbling already. So I guess I hope that this has been useful to you. And if you have any other questions that you might want to ask me, then leave a comment below. If you like more videos like this, then do subscribe on my channel, okay? Thank you so much for watching.